Hameen Media Group presents your NXT Next Level Wrestling Review with your host, Big Ray and the Vet. So,
are you ready? We said, are you ready?
all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Next Level Wrestling Review. Live here on Hameen Media Group, ladies and gentlemen. I am the reporter of the people. No, I am the pundit of the people, the man with a plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk some lucha libre today. And ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. No, never alone here. Always have a partner.
Except that one time.
Except that one time in band camp.
And then who saved you?
You. That guy. And yesterday was Matt Schaffer who saved me.
Who the hell am I?
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know him. Maybe you do. If you don't, that's your problem. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the best in the world. It is the one, the only, the Vet. That's him. He's a Rip Rogers guy. This guy. Yeah. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I introduce to you the best in the world. He's the one, the only, the Rip Rogers guy. It is the Vet Jamie Williams. Hello, Vet Jamie Williams. How are you this morning?
I am great.
Great.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Is it possible that this week's NXT was the best wrestling show of the entire week? The last 2 weeks.
No, not even close.
It's very,
the show
very
was
good.
Ass. The show was ass.
Not
Spoiler
ass.
alert.
It was not. No, it wasn't. Stay tuned. Stay here, ladies and gentlemen. No spoilers. It was not ass. I don't know why you bury the product, bro. We're trying to put the shit over, brother.
I mean, well, what am I talking about? Because this could be a double entendre.
Oh, that's lovely. Anyway, as our friends and family are now pouring in, I got to tell you something, brother. I'm feeling very good. The New York Yankees are up 2 games on the Cleveland. What do they call the Gaylords? What are they? They changed? They went from the Indians to the Gaylords or some shit. I don't know. Apparently Colin is a Cleveland Indians fan, even though he lives in North Carolina. How does that work out? How close are they to North Carolina?
It's a long drive.
Oh, damn. Look at Elizabeth. How dare you? That's not nice. Just screw the Yankees for those listening on audio. Well, that's mean. I didn't say screw the Gaylords. I mean, they got that fat guy. Remember that he did the rock the baby thing? The fat guy from the something tribe, Gaylord tribe. I think him and his brother play in the same team. They both suck. They got that fake Manny Ramirez guy. That he wants to be Manny Ramirez, but he's fat. Anyway, oh boy, just waiting for some more people to jump into the chat. But since we're here, it seems like we're very light this morning. So maybe they're still pissed off at Jimmy T yesterday. Being unprofessional, not his fault. I mean,
they couldn't possibly be as pissed off as you.
Oh, I was very angry yesterday because I'm still sick. Like I'm still recovering from this thing, which I'll be coughing. You could, be coughing and it's hard to breathe and stuff, and I got a little bit of headache. But this morning I feel better. Had a long, hard day at work, and it felt like I was, I can't. Well, how do you describe what I'm doing here?
A teachable moment?
Sure. Why the fuck not? Speaking about that, stay tuned. He might show up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I think it's time for us to give some love to our friends, our family, and
acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're going to acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right in for the very first comment of the day. It is the biggest ass in all of HMG. It is Frank's Picklebarrel ass. He says, driving to Salem, which country? But we'll be listening. Also, how about the Mets? Now, I don't usually do this, especially live. The Mets are really fucking good. They're really good. Do I think they're going to beat LA? No. I don't think there's any way the Dodgers will lose to the New York Mets in a 7-game series. I think it's going to go 7 games, though. What do you think, Fed?
I don't know.
Fed doesn't give a shit. Nobody does about the Mets.
I can't.
But no, they're very good, man. I'll give credit where credit is due. They are the Barry Horowitz of the baseball world. You know, when you finally get that big win, the 1-2-3 kid of the MLB. Who knows? We have the very thankful one, Michael Vasquez. He thanks us again for uploading this video. We have the windiest of all Chris's, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mr. AKA Chuckles himself. It is the one and the only Chris Winland. Says, hi, guys. We have cold blooded. See how I got the cough in there? Chest. Speaking of chest, sorry guys, I'm gonna be coughing. We have you gotten? I didn't get my J12 shot. Maybe is this why I have the COVID 30?
Oh, maybe you might have extra if you got that particular.
Oh my god, my chest is on fire. It says J12 says from the clips I saw, that being J12 saw, it's a rematch city on Halloween Havoc. Miss Parker in those shorts was the highlight of the night. Well, I have some things to discuss regarding Miss Parker and also Nikkita Lyons. I didn't remember that Nikkita Lyons' breasts were so huge. Or did it get bigger? Is it me, Vet?
Kind of always look like that, but
really? I don't know.
Maybe her gear accentuated.
Or accentuated, all right. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we have revamped wrestling in standard definition. He gives us a big yeet. We have the master and the ruler of the world. I don't give a damn who you are. Saint Vicious. It's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We have the lovely Elizabeth. Yeah. You like to root for the losers. Yeah. The Cleveland Gaylords. Yeah. Cleveland Gaylords, ladies and gentlemen. Her number one fan. Elizabeth. You're lucky you didn't bet me this year. Oh, I could have used some of those delicious cookies. Go back on my TikTok. You'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the sexiest man.
All of HMG, Scott Woodford is here. Happy birthday, Scott Woodford. Early for tomorrow. Happy birthday to your son on Friday.
Oh, how cool is that?
I don't know. It happens to everybody, so I guess it's not that cool, but happy birthday nonetheless.
Says, hi, guys. My birthday is tomorrow, and my son's Memphis is Friday. So happy birthday to you two handsome young men. May God bless you both. May God keep you safe. May God keep you healthy. Scott, I love you, buddy. You're the best. I'm sorry, Vet. You want God to bless you too? May God bless you as well, Vet. There you go. Do it your way.
I don't know if you're qualified for.
Oh, I'm very qualified. Shh. Ladies and gentlemen, now batting. Number 4. Who is this? Al. Robinson. Number 4. Al Robinson going 3 for 3 last night with a walk. 4 plate appearances. Crushing those Cleveland Gaylords for the New York Yankees. Thank you, Mr. Al Robinson. Love you, buddy. Elizabeth, once again, screw the Yankees. How terrible is that, right? Not nice.
That's how everybody besides Yankees fans feel.
No shit. We have number 59, Paul, a.k.a. the Shooter. I can't wait to get the new Roadcaster where I don't have to fake the echo. I can just do the gimmick on the but mine will work. you remember the first time you heard a queef? Like, how, did it bug you?
I mean, I can probably place the time period, but other than that, I couldn't.
I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, what was that? She's like, it was not my butthole. She was like, it was not a fart. I remember that I remember it so vividly. Speaking of queefs, is Sir Queefs, Miss Queefs a lot. Just, hey, you're just, you're just couching? Try dealing with queefs all the time. Sheesh. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, guys. This is not easy. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know I have to raise the music up for this one. Because, ladies and gentlemen, he is magnanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, he is effervescent. Ladies and gentlemen, he is scholarly. He is absolutely glorious. Yeet. It is the Professor Chalvela Vera Cruz. And speaking of Professor.
Yeah, Professor can bless me probably, I think. I'll take a blessing from the Professor.
That guy throws so many G-dams on the podcast. He's going straight to hell. What are you talking about?
Well, still, for me, I'll take that.
Speaking of Professor, me and Professor, Tommy Wonder, he is in surgery. He had a little bit of an issue, an infection. Not good. He was in a ton of pain. So thank God, surgery was a success, and Tommy Wonder is getting better. So Tommy won't be around for the next week or two. Who knows? But I'll be filling in for Tommy this weekend, and we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But big shout out to Tommy Wonder and the Professor Chalvela Vera Cruz. We love you guys. And Tommy, I'm glad the infection went away and they were able to, add a couple of inches to that gimmick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally he returns. Who am I talking about? It's the artist. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Vet. He says, "What up?" Well, what is up, Vet? Anything?
It?
Oh, well, after they fix Tommy's gimmick, it's a fade away. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait.
What?
You skipped 2, possibly more people.
How?
By not reading them. That's how.
I'm going to go back as the music goes up again. I don't see who I missed. Oh! I see one. He's the heart and soul of all of HMG. Heart and soul of the chat, at least, ladies and gentlemen. He's the artist formerly known as Gammy Wolfers. He says, what's up? Are you sick too, Gam? You got a cold? Got the old COVID? What's going on? Hit us up in the chat below. And I'm looking. Who did I miss? I don't see anybody else, Vet. Just let me know who it is.
Well, first of all, there was the great Serge. Serge was in there.
I didn't see Sergio.
He's in there. You obviously didn't see him, but he's in there. He said... I'll go back and see what he said. He said, "Get well, Big Ray." Oh, he was wishing you to get well, and you were like, "Fuck this guy."
No, I did not.
Ain't
Shut
shit.
up.
Who did he ever beat? Posing in the mirror like a mark.
Stop. He's not posing in the mirror. Is he posing in the mirror like a mark?
Posing in the mirror, taking the photos so we can all see how jacked he is.
Yeah. Does he have small nipples? It looks like he has small nipples. Sir, do you have small nipples? He might.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they're pretty small. But that's beside the point. Point is you missed him. And... you even missed Lab Rat.
No. What are they testing on Lab Rat?
Small nipples.
Oh. Small. Guys, listen. Honestly, this week I'm really off my game. It's not easy doing this when you're congested. So I apologize.
And look who snuck in while you were missing people.
Oh, it's your father's brother's sister's cousin's former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing is what you will be, veteran. It is the Dark Side Caster. Dark. Speaking of dark, we got a new Dark NXT. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Serge, for the well wishes. I'll be fine. It's just a stupid cold that's lasting forever. Oh! And sneaking in last second. Light one up, baby. It's Blazed Nick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, spark up a fatty in your caddy, but don't drive the caddy because you don't want to drive and be high. Anyway, it's a 3 count. This is the 3 count with the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet. Yeah. Go ahead, Vet. Start spitting.
Doing raps and going to parties is basically what we're all about.
Fuck, that was terrible.
Yeah. Do you ever see Blizzard Man, the skits from Saturday Night Live with Andy Samberg?
I actually it sparked something. I can't remember. Tell me.
I mean, he was like a guy that he was like a people sold Blizzard Man like he was the best rapper in the world, and he goes in there and then he does that's it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
we come from the South and our teeth are gold.
Was this around the Snow era, the reggae Snow or Eminem?
No,
Informer.
Much later than that.
I lick it, boom boom down. All right. Let's run through some rumors. Let's see what we got here. According to Dave Meltzer, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Observer Radio. I'll give him credit. That he's earned it. Says Saturday night is supposed to be a pay-per-view quality card. Shocker.
Of what Saturday night?
Saturday night's main event is supposed to be that's news.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a pay-per-view quality card. Well done, Dave Meltzer. I mean, would you have guessed that, Vet? Would you have guessed that for the first time in many years on NBC, the WWE just who do you think they would put up? Who do you think they would put a hologram against the fucking? Who does hologram?
Mortos 2 out of 3 falls.
Fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah. Meltzer continued. He said that also it could be Randy Orton versus perhaps Kevin Owens. That might take place. This is not news. This is like maybe. So this is rumors. Speaking of Owens, he's close to signing a new contract with the WWE, says WrestleVotes. There's no chance, right, Vet, that he's going to AEW. No chance that he's leaving the WWE, right? I mean, do you look at him as a lifer now?
Yeah, I do. I would have thought the same thing about Edge, but obviously that was a surprise to us all. And people keep saying
the game changer Edge.
I was really trying to put myself in Kevin's shoes, like in that situation where, because the only thing people will say is like, oh, well, he's got a lot of friends there. And it's like, how many times have you ever, not that you like your friends got you a job, but how many times did you have a great job that you liked and your friends started working at McDonald's or whatever, and you were like, well, my friends work at McDonald's, I got to drop everything and go to McDonald's. Like, who the fuck cares where your friends work? They're your friends or not. You can hang out with them whenever you feel like you want to, no matter where they work. So that's not a good enough reason, but there's nobody in AEW is getting over right now. And Kevin Owens has been figured in at WWE since basically the day he got there. Like the day he arrived in NXT, he was put in their main event angle there. When he got to the main roster, the first thing he did was beat John Cena. Like Kevin Owens has been figured in since his debut there. He's always around the top of the card. He's worked his ass off, and he's been a WWE fan. And his son is a WWE fan. I don't see him leaving, but I've been wrong before. Not often.
It's true. Never say never, right? It's the old adage. Yeah.
Right. But it couldn't be about money, because you look at Kevin Owens, clearly he's not spending any money, and the money's going to be just fine. Whatever. I would even take a pay cut just to relax a bit.
Really? So what would you do if you were him?
What was the whole last 5 minutes I was talking all about?
I'm just saying though. I mean, would you actually leave though?
No, I wouldn't. I would tell my friends at AEW, have fun over there. Good luck.
Tell them go fuck themselves. I was just looking up. He's worth well over $3 million right now. So just want to look up his net worth, see if he can afford it. Anyway, excuse me, guys. According to also the Wrestling Observer gimmick, it says the entirety of the AEW pay-per-view library will go up on Max, but it won't happen right away. Also, TV will be there as well. So this is the deal with Max.
So that's like when Peacock got the WWE Network and there wasn't shit on there at first.
Oh God, dude, I cannot stand the cock, bro.
That app sucks. It still sucks to this day, but when it launched, it was the worst thing ever.
Couldn't find anything.
And it didn't work.
No.
Like I would just try to watch anything on there, it would just crash. It was just
I'll tell you, I really vehemently miss the WWE Network. Like the way it was set up, everything was perfect, man. You could just go down and watch every single Raw from like the very first one on, like perfectly. Now it's weird, dude. Like you can, like I want to, like if you're watching a Raw, right? I don't know if you remember this. WWE, the app would give you a suggestion of what to watch next, so it will be like a pay-per-view, the pay-per-view that preceded or not or followed the Raw, whatever I'm saying, that came after the Raw, or prior to the Raw that you were watching, and it was just perfect. It was flawless. I'm very jealous of those out of the United States of America that still have that network. Anyway, let me see. It says here, AAA star Vikingo has been announced for TNA's Bound for Glory. He'll be involved in a top flight bout. Bet you are the TNA aficionado here, along with Let's Go Brandon. Your thoughts on the great Mr. Vikingo being on TNA?
Isn't he just coming off a big injury that had him out for
Well,
months?
he does that stupid shit where he jumps on the rope and he flips like 17 times onto a table, and he barely misses the back of his head on the apron like every time. So, I mean,
well, I don't know when they announced it, but as of the last episode of TNA I had to watch, they didn't mention it. So,
no.
Hey, all right, is the best I can say.
Jonathan Grisham, his TNA contract will expire in 2025. Just like his wife, Dark Octopus, just like his wife, Jordan Grace. And there's a big chance that both will be headed to WWE. It's bullshit. It's just going to be one of them. The other one's going to be a referee. You pick who I'm guessing who's going to be the referee. I'm very excited that I'm going to kick this off about Jordan Grace joining the WWE in a full-time basis. January, I could see her coming out in the what do you call it, the Royal Rumble, on a permanent basis. Maybe win the thing this time though. You are you not a fan of Jordan Grace, or am I?
No.
Why not?
Never have been.
She's all right. I didn't like her before, and she's grown on me, literally.
She's grown herself.
She has. Well, good luck to her, man. We got some news here. Where is this here? Let me just close this out. So I know this is a mark list, but the kids like it, so I'll just read off the top 10 here. The PWI came out with their top 250 chicks. I mean, women.
Great! What did Bill do now?
Bill Apter has nothing to do with this, ladies and gentlemen. As you well know, he hasn't worked for that magazine for like 20 years or more, maybe longer than that. But I want to read off the five that didn't make the top 10 really quickly. I'll just read off their names.
Oh, so like what, 11 through 15?
So we're gonna go 11 through 15 real quick, and I'll give you the quick top 10. So number 15, Masha Slamovich. Number 14, Mayu Iwatun. I don't know who that is.
Mayu Iwatani, yes.
Okay. Number 13, Io Sky.
Okay.
Number 12, Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And number 11, Roxanne Perez. Now you see there's kind of a thing here where these girls, I think about 3 of them should be in the top 10. And when you see who's actually in the top 10, and they're all WWE affiliated. When you look at NXT, you look at TNA, It's all WWE affiliated, so they didn't make it. And Becky Lynch is down at 17. I don't even know why she's that high. Number 10 in the world, Athena, ROH. Your thoughts?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
It's sad that nobody's seeing it.
Sailor Moon, right? The fat fat Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that's her.
Wow.
It's sad that nobody's seeing it, but you know, if Ring of Honor is even a thing, she's carrying it, and
really?
She's the only reason to watch. She's so good.
She learned how to
so
work.
entertaining, yes, but
really,
yeah. And the only reason that they put her in the top 10 and they made sure to put her at 10, like the lowest possible, is because she is now the longest reigning champion of any kind in Ring of Honor history.
Okay. All right.
So that's probably why they did it. Because, you know, there's a big scientific method that they figure out to get all these women in their orders, you know.
That's true.
So
I'm just going to keep up. If anybody sticks out to you, you tell me something, all right? So number 9, Mariah May.
Okay.
AEW. Number 8, Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
I don't think she's well deserved.
Sorry, no.
Io Sky, I think should be up. Liv Morgan should be.
Yeah, I would say Liv Morgan definitely above that. We're just talking about TV time and what's been done on the TV time or how they were used to enhance that. Willow's just it's like, hey, look at this happy. Yeah, Masha Slamovich. But they're not gonna. They ran Masha into the ground this past year. Like, she's been completely jobbed out. So I can understand how, from like you said, it's a marked list. So
wait till you hit number 7.
Oh, okay.
Bailey.
Mm.
The fuck is she doing on this list? What is she?
She was the champ for most of the last year. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Only just recently Nia Jax got that belt off her, so that's probably why again.
This is Sari with 3 E's. Stardom, Marigold.
Yeah, that's the girl you didn't like because she kicked people.
I don't remember her.
Yes, you do. You said you hated her because she drop kicked people, and they gave her the magical girl transformation where she had the necklace.
Oh, the dangerous chick.
Well, yeah, again, according to you.
Oh, I like her. All right. Number 5, which it's really a CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW run. They're not considering a WWE, but it's Stephanie Vaquer, number 5.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Look at her.
So now we're going to like Elite, number 4. Micah. Stardom?
Micah, she's all right.
The top 4 in the world?
She's all right.
Number 3, Rhea Ripley.
I'm just gonna have to say, like, see, the problem with this magazine is that they start compiling this so long ago that by the time they actually release it, like, it's kind of taking into account stuff from the past.
Okay, a year and a half ago, was she not still the number 1 woman in wrestling?
I would have said so. Well, let's go with the top 2.
So now I want you to just get in your mind. Rhea Ripley's number 3. Number 2, Jordan Grace, TNA.
Not over Rhea Ripley.
Not over. I give her top 3, maybe 4. But
sure,
the number 1 woman in all of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody better.
Nobody better than her. Who better than timeless Toni fucking Storm? Your thoughts, Vet?
I love Toni, but this thing that she's doing is exactly what. She's funny sometimes with some of the stuff she says, but that's because RJ City's writing it.
Right.
This whole thing is just a vanity project for RJ City, which, you know, he's a funny guy, but I don't think Toni Storm really even knows half the stuff that's coming out of her mouth. And I just think the gimmick is ridiculous. But I've always loved Tony Storm. I've been loving Tony Storm.
Chin up, tits out.
Yeah. If we were just, if we just had a somewhat serious Tony Storm.
Well, how serious? Like, are we like?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Or
And we serious like a leg period.
There may be a seriousness level in between those two.
So like around here?
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
That's the one. That's the Tony Storm the world needs right now.
Yes, no shit. Again, chin up, tits out, in my mouth, preferably. And we have an unfortunate passing. Former ROH COO Joe Koff has passed away from cancer at the age of 73. So rest in peace, Mr. Joe Koff. I'm unfamiliar with Mr. Joe Koff. I know the name. The name is very familiar to me.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about him that you can kind of talk about?
Joe Koff worked at Sinclair Broadcasting, and and he, I guess, was a big reason why they picked up Ring of Honor for their television, because he's been a wrestling fan, and he even supposedly, which I learned recently, that he was been working in television for a long time, since like I want to say the 70s maybe, and he did he promoted, or not promoted, but he produced for television one of those championship wrestling from Florida's back when Eddie Graham was doing it. Like, I guess they had a primetime special, and he produced it. So he's been a wrestling fan. And then when he was in a position that he could actually work with wrestling, I guess he saw Ring of Honor as that chance. And, he probably helped it to survive as long as it has. Maybe we don't have it today without him. So,
right. Well, 73, I think, is way too young, especially now in this day and age, man. Cancer sucks. So God bless him and his family, man, and rest in peace, sir. And just to not get off this news and on a down note, some good news. Hobbs is apparently cleared to wrestle again. Big old Hobbs, AEW.
Powerhouse Hobbs?
Yes, sir. He's coming back. So
does he have his book?
Sure. I don't even know what book. What is this? That's his gimmick?
Oh, the Book of Hobbs,
I don't at all.
Well, come on. I guess maybe if he had a higher PWI rating.
Well, Vet, like I said, this week, me and the professor were going to be talking some TNA. It's going to be Bound for Glory 10-10-10. And what better way to go back in time and start off with a little bit of maybe some TNA. And let's go back, ladies and gentlemen, to this day in professional wrestling history.
Will you stop? What you gonna do?
Boobies. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back, way back. Now, we're not going to start off with TNA. We're going to go back to 1988. Ladies and gentlemen, a 12-year-old Big Ray is learning things about his body. Hair is popping out all over the place. Pimples are forming. And he's like, why does my school teacher make me feel funny in my pants? 1988, the fourth non-televised WWE King of the Ring tournament took place in Providence, Rhode Island. Ted DiBiase defeated the reigning WWF champion Randy Savage via countout in the final. Also, Jim Duggan defeated Dino Bravo with Frenchie Martin in a flag match. Bet, I know you're a big fan of Dino Bravo. Your thoughts?
That match must have been fantastic. I'd much rather have seen that. Who cares about who are the other guys? Ted DiBiase? You mean that guy that was in the Marine 2? I didn't know he was wrestling that long.
Yeah, he was like 4.
Yeah, it's weird. And he went over? He went over the Genius's brother?
He went over the Macho Man's brother. Yeah, he roots for the Gaylords of Cleveland. Yeah.
Terrible booking.
Oh. Well, while we fast forward to 1995, I may sneeze in a second. I'm going to sneeze in 3, 2. No, I'm not. What's going on? Stop. Okay. 1995 on Monday Night Nitro from Albany, New York, vet. The unlikely team of Sting and Ric Flair faced Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman in the main event.
What?
We have discussed this we discussed this on the Pro Wrestling Reflection. We did an episode. You can go back and check it out. It's available on podbean.com. It's why is Sting so gullible? Ric Flair turned on this dude like 3 times, and he just and yet he was a gift. Sting was a gift to Ric Flair as he left the wrestling business. He retired, and but if you look back, man, Sting really fucked us. Flair really fucked Sting over, vet. Your thoughts on this tumultuous relationship between these 2 Hall of Famers?
I guess Sting just looked at it from the standpoint of, well, the bookers made this match. I have no choice.
Right. That's a fact.
Like, I know Rick's going to turn on me, but I mean, the boss said I got to be his tag team partners. What can I do? I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt.
Facts. Jose Luis Rivera, what's going on, my friend? All right, let's fast forward here. Same year, but 1995 on the Go Home show or Go Home edition of Monday Night Raw for In Your House 4. The Smoking Guns, vet, defended the WWF Tag Team titles against the great PG-13. Do you remember those guys?
Yes. JC Ice and Wolfie D. Who could forget PG-13?
Your thoughts on those guys, man?
Those guys were
over.
Kinda. Well, is this what, like, okay. You guys can help me with this. Was PG-13, did they just come straight in?
Yes.
With the Nation of Domination?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure that they weren't there first and then joined the Nation later. But don't we all
PG-13
Untapped, all right.
potential.
Yeah. Don't we all still remember? You wanted me to rap earlier, but do we still remember the PG-13 rap? We are the nation, live and in color. Don't. What is it?
I don't remember this at all.
Don't
dude.
something the man, or will bum rush your mother.
Shut the.
Listen, what I'm saying. This for real, not playing. Farouk is in the place. A hitcher needs to start praying.
How do you remember this?
How don't I remember? Because they said it every time Farouk walked out. They sang the song, and Farouk had a lot of matches.
I can't even remember the theme music for Cody Rhodes. I keep saying adrenaline in my soul, something, Cody Rhodes. I can't even remember that.
Oh, those are the exact lyrics. You remember those too?
Oh. For a long time.
What was that? What was that line? I forgot though. It's like, Farouk is in. Wait, we are the nation, live and in color. Don't diss the man, or we'll bum rush your mother. That's what it was.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Will you stop? Hold on.
And Wolfie D wasn't.
Stop.
Yeah,
Wolfie D was Bill Dundee's son, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The great Bill Dundee.
Now, who is JC Ice related to? Because he was somebody's son too, right?
I don't know. Chat? Professor would know.
Well, he said I was the 3rd member in the 2000s.
That's right.
But he's not supposed to know that.
Prayer does work 101. I love this, by the way. I love your handle. It says something, Cody Rhodes. He knows.
Zane said Eminem got some competition. Yeah, well, maybe 2024.
This is great, man. I don't remember any of that. I mean, I remember PG-13. I can't. The fact that you can remember their rap is awesome to me. But that's not the only thing that happened here, Vet.
JC Ice is Bill Dundee's son? Oh, I just thought Wolfie D, the D was for Dundee. So who's Wolfie D's son? Or who's Wolfie D's dad? Or who's Wolfie D's brother or cousin?
I guess the professor will let us know very, very shortly. So,
or Zay Vicious will. He could have just told us both, but he has to just put like single word comments. Yeah, that is cold-blooded. And cold-blooded would know. Maybe he's your son.
Also on that night, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, you may have heard of him.
This is curtsying.
What's your name, fella?
Triple H.
Yeah. Faced Doink the Clown in an opening bout. And in the main event, we have Bret Hart. He faced Dr. Isaac Yankem in a fucking big blue steel cage match.
That's crazy.
What a fucking night of wrestling that was.
Wolfie D is just Wolfie D. I don't believe you guys.
So
That
now
was, that you said that was a Go Home Raw that was on?
It was a Go Home Raw for In Your House. 4. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we will be reviewing NXT in just a couple of minutes. NXT from October 15th, 2024, which was yesterday, depending on when you're watching this. And Blaze Nick is getting high. Who would have thought? Anyway, all right, so let's continue here. We go to the year 2000. Stone Cold Steve Austin returned to the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit for a go-home show of WWF Raw for the No Mercy pay-per-view, and was almost run down again by his previous vehicular assailant and the upcoming pay-per-view opponent, Mr. I Did It for the Rock, Rikishi. In addition, the number one contender for the WWE Championship, Kurt Angle, teamed up with Edge and Christian and faced The Rock and the Hardy Boys in the main event. Vet, I don't remember any of this happening except for I Did It for The Rock. Vet, how underrated was Rikishi's driving skills? Go.
I mean, the only time we ever saw him do it, he hit a man.
What a weird tag team match, though. Fucking Kurt Angle, the greatest of all time, and Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys and The Rock. Why? What happened? Why did that happen?
I'm just going to assume that Kurt Angle had an upcoming match against The Rock, and Edge and Christian had an upcoming match against the Hardy Boys. And what better way to promote this than to just have them all in a tag team match?
I did it for the people. I did it for the people. I did it for the people. I did it for... Anyway, Blaze Nick, you're high. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward. Well, we have a lot here. 2003, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit here. 2003, the patriarch of the Hart family and founder of Stampede Wrestling, Mr. Stu Hart, passed away from heart failure in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We know him. What are you laughing at, Vet?
Labrat said, referring to Rikishi, his driving is better than his son.
Oh, I did put up, Vet. I don't know if you agree with this or not. I put up a poll. Not that I'm stealing.
I don't agree with polls. No.
Okay, well, not that I'm stealing this guy's gimmick, this Strangler Steve King's gimmick, but I just asked the question. I said, who's a better promo, either Jimmy or Jay? And the poll shows that after this past week, Jimmy Uso apparently is a much better promo.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, the people were confused. Nobody's going to vote for Jet Uso.
That's the cousin.
Although 20% of people did. So that means that whoever Jet Uso is, they still think he's better than Jimmy Uso at promos.
I'll just delete that.
It's also messed up that you put this promo on like a couple weeks after he shit the bed. Like, come on. You could have done this in the height of the bloodline and done this, but nobody cared then, right? So
what I did was I saw Jimmy cut a promo. I was like, oh shit, that's way better than Jay's promo. And I said, well, what do the fans think? Anyway,
you're right. Well, you know what? Here's where else you fucked up besides spelling Jay's name.
Oh, shit.
You should have had a third option, right?
Who's
you have
Rikishi?
Jimmy Uso. Because Strangler Steve sometimes does multiple choice, right?
Right, so, got it.
Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso, and which one are you, Us? Wow.
That would have won then. Which one are you? Let's fast forward here. We have so rest in peace, to the great Stu Hart. 2004 Samoa Joe and CM Punk, for a 1 hour time limit draw at ROH. What else we had here? We had guys like Matt Sydal there, Angel Dust, never heard of that guy. Trent Acid, never heard of that guy. In the
Anybody else named after drugs?
Shit. What the fuck? What is this match? Jesus Christ. It says Generation Next. Jack Evans, Roderick Strong faced off. Excuse me, against the Rottweilers, Homicide, and Rocky Romero and Chad Kyler. I don't know half these motherfuckers. Nigel
what year was
McGuinness,
this?
I know him. 2004. Ricky Steamboat in their corner. They defeated the great BJ Whitmer and Dan Maff with Mick Foley. What?
Somehow this inspired Joe Koff to spend.
Oh, drugs are bad, dude. Let's fast forward here, man. Let's go to 2010. Davey Richards defeated Christopher Daniels in the headline bout of ROH Richards versus Daniels. In the undercard, we had Cole Cabana. He faced off with Steve Corino in an I Quit match, and Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly, baby, faced off against Kenny King and Rhett Titus. Seemed like a decent card. Fast forward to TNA. Now we got some TNA here. This is what I was talking about. TNA 2011 TNA Bound for Glory, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Kurt Angle retained the TNA World Heavyweight title against Bobby Roode in the main event. And Mr. Anderson and Bully Ray fought in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Philadelphia Street Fight, apparently. Also, Rob Van Dam faced Jerry Lynn in a Full Metal Mayhem. Velvet Sky won the TNA title. What else we had here? We also see Sting defeated Hulk Hogan in the match that gave Dixie Carter full control, excuse me, of TNA. And the match would be Hogan's last ever televised wrestling match. Your thoughts on Hulk Hogan's TNA run? And I'm serious. I'm asking that serious question.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
His TNA run. So my question to you is,
What you gonna do?
I mean, Hulk Hogan had like many people, had a TNA run. Yes. I'll tell you what I liked about it.
okay,
I didn't like that Hulk Hogan
his
thought.
daughter.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't like that Hulk Hogan thought that he was still gonna, like, he still had one more run in him or whatever. Like, that was kind of the shits. But what I liked about it is it was the most like normal Hulk Hogan ever acted on camera, because he would talk on camera in those vignettes, like in the backstage, like when he'd be in the office and he'd talking to people, he'd just be talking like he normally talks. He's not cutting a promo all the time. And I like that, because in the 80s, Hulk Hogan was just too,
You want me to
a
show
little too Hulk Hogan,
You want me to show the people what Hulk Hogan was like in the 80s?
Go for it.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I lifted 5,000-pound giants over my head, dude. That's pretty much every promo.
Yeah, he was like that all the time, like no chill. So I think that like seeing more of the calmer side of Hogan, or like he was like administrative Hogan, during the TNA.
Right.
So it gave him just like a little more flavor. So I enjoyed that, because Hulk Hogan could bring something to any of those scenes that he's in.
That's why the vet's the best in the world. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to put you over, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm very lucky to do the show with you, by the way.
You're damn right.
Hold on. Let me just. I had to let that sink in for a minute.
I am the Hulk Hogan of.
No,
I am the 80s Hulk Hogan of live
that's
podcasting.
That's fair.
In 2024.
That's fair. Hulk Hogan was wacky then, says Saint Vicious, and the artist says Ray just did Shawn Michaels' version of the cross-eyed arm.
So you did Shawn Michaels in the 2003 feud, making fun of Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh! It was the back. 2012 at a WWE SmackDown taping in Memphis, Tennessee, Randy Orton defeated The Miz in an opening match. Sheamus defeated Wade Barrett in a lumberjack match. We fast forward to 2016 Progress. I'm not going to read any of that. Nobody cares about that company. Let me see if there are any names that we know. No. 2017 Braun Strowman, you may have heard of him, defeated Roman Reigns. What? In a steel cage match In the main event of WWE Monday Night Raw from Portland, Oregon, we fast forward.
If they wish they had that one back.
Shit. 2018 in a SmackDown Live taping. No, SmackDown Live is not taping. Excuse me. Celebrated its 1000th edition of from Washington D.C. Excuse me, featuring the reunion of the members of Evolution. Evolution. The first seeds were planted when here, the eventual WrestleMania 35 match between Triple H, Batista, also the New Day. Defeated Cesaro and Sheamus. That was a good tag team, Cesaro and Sheamus.
I was about to say Triple H and Batista versus the New Day. What?
No. Triple H and Batista was supposed to fight. But the New Day defeated the Bar to win the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And that was, let me tell you something. Out of a lot of thrown together tag teams, shit, that worked. I thought those guys were so fucking good together. Your quick thoughts on the Bar in retrospect?
I mean, it worked better than you would have thought, but just like everything, if there's any modicum of success or a spark of anything, they just drive it into the ground and make sure you just completely lose interest in it.
That's a fact.
That's kind of what they did, to the point where, like, Stevie Rich to this day keeps referring to the Bar and New Day as like when WWE runs out of ideas and they do the same thing over and over again. That's his shorthand for it. He'll say it's the Bar and the New Day all over again every time they repeat stuff. So, but the matches they had were great. Well, all the New Day heel stuff was great.
Yeah. I still think that people keep thinking that Kofi's going to turn. I mean, I'm sorry that Xavier's going to turn on Kofi. I have a feeling they're both going to turn. I think they're going to swerve. I think they're both going to go back to that old preacher New Day bullshit. Like, you know, and
no matter what they do is going to be disappointing. Zane Vicious said 2005. What?
Excuse me.
Oh,
guys.
for the Shawn Michaels thing. What did I say?
I don't know.
Well, I meant 2005.
He meant that. But
yeah, whatever you say, that's right. That's what I meant. Yes.
Please leave it alone. We have two more entries. 2019, Chris Jericho, you may have heard of him, retained the AEW World Heavyweight Championship in a street fight against the great Darby Allin.
Darby Allin should have beat him.
Yeah. Guess who the referee was?
Aubrey Edwards.
Yes, of course. Old horse face herself. And finally, nothing happened after 2020 because everybody died from COVID. 2020 on an episode of
We're
SmackDown.
dead right now.
We are dead. We're just simulation.
It's Halloween. We're just doing a zombie next level. Ooh. Brains.
Colin would be like, penis.
Ray pops himself like a balloon.
I could just see a zombie Colin trying to zip people's pants.
We're gonna have to end the show here.
Hold on.
This is turning into
oh god.
This is turning into I Like It Raw quickly.
Oh god. On an episode in 2020, on an episode of SmackDown from the Thunderdome, Roman Reigns successfully retained his Universal Championship against fucking Braun Strowman and went on to destroy
I have to right the wrongs.
I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. That was this day. I'm dying here. Oh yeah, on birthdays. Oh gosh, calm down, Ray. The Renegade, rest in peace. Also, he also passed away in 1999. Committed suicide, unfortunately, taking his own life. You can, yeah, it's Renegade. Kenny Omega, it's his birthday, born in 1983. And last but not least, the lovely Zaya Brookside, it's her birthday. So you guys can go on social media and wish 2 out of the 3 a very happy birthday and a rest in peace to the late great Renegade, ladies and gentlemen. So now, with that being said, that was this day in professional wrestling history. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It is time for some NXT. October 15th, 2024. Uh-huh. I like it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have NXT. Sugar ducky. Quack, quack. NXT, ladies and gentlemen. NXT comes to us live from the NXT home in Florida, right? Are they back home? Yes, they're back home. Brand new look, ladies and gentlemen. New colors or lack of colors.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Lack of colors. But yeah, man, NXT is back on the attack. And take it away, Vet.
All right. Well, we have we open with the new intro, and then we have Vic and Booker by a wheel. You know, the wheel that they use to spin.
Oh, wait, do I have that wheel? I might have that wheel. Go ahead, Vet. Continue.
And then right when you think they're just getting into the show, they're like, but check out last week from St. Louis. And then you go and watch a package on last week's episode. And then when we're done with the package, we come up on, I guess that's when they shuffled Tony DiAngelo to the ring and set up a table in there for him to put his belt on.
Jesus.
So we come back up on him and he's like, hey, how you doing? And he wants to toast Obafemi by putting himself over, I guess. that's the best way to toast him. And then Obafemi comes out and he's like, okay, you got one on me.
Right.
It will not happen again.
I have to call out Tony DiAngelo on his promo for one quick second. I don't know if you because I'm paying attention to what's going on. He says, you broke me, right? So he literally said, you broke me. You broke Tony DiAngelo. And then a minute and 45 seconds later, he's like, but I fooled you. You didn't break me. So which was it?
Well, exactly.
I had you right where I wanted you. You see? What's going on here, Vet?
This could have been... None of this made sense. If there was a bunch of stuff on this whole show, which is why I said it sucked. Well, actually, I said it was ass, but that could be, again, a double entendre. But I like you said, that didn't make sense. No. He's trying to put him over, and then he's like, "But yeah, you broke me." But no, you didn't. But
yeah,
well, it kind of looked like you did.
I lied.
Yeah. But anyway, he wants a rematch at Halloween Havoc, and he says, "This time the family won't be able to help you."
Oh shit!
Which, well, first of all, what do you mean? Second of all, because the family tried to give him a crowbar and he wouldn't use it last time. So
the wrestler?
No, not even the wrestler. The crowbar. The Tony D crowbar. But he says the family won't help you. Then he spins the wheel, and it lands on a TLC match. In which case, it would be totally legal for the family to help him.
It makes no fucking sense. None of this does.
Yeah.
I mean, you said the show was over, so I don't know.
J12 said, Vet, were you surprised Cornette wasn't a big fan of Oba's mic work? No.
What?
Jim Cornette has lost the ability to...
this guy's an idiot.
He's lost the ability to recognize current talent. He only likes people that he knows personally and has worked with in the past. Or if it's just somebody like a Braun Breaker or something where he's just like, well, yeah, obviously I knew the Steiners, so I love this kid. And as long as he knows them personally, they're fine. But it could be the same exact, it could be the same exact person or worse. As long as he knows him, but if he doesn't know him, he doesn't like him. So
he's a fucking idiot, bro. That's ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing. He's not an idiot. He's a genius. But the problem is, yes, but he lost the ability to recognize talent, whether that's because he's trying to be funny on his show or whether he really just has that much of personal bias against and for people that he refuses to see what's right in front of him. Because it goes beyond just like opinion. It's like it goes beyond opinion. Like if he says like, if he doesn't like Okada because he thinks he doesn't move a certain way, that's one thing. But he said he's pale, which is like, what? What are you talking about? You can
Okada's
physically
pale?
see. Yeah, Okada's pale. Of all the things you could say, he's called him pale before, which is like, well, that's just factually incorrect. So, but whatever.
What does he
We're
mean
not
by
talking about
pale? Does he mean bland? Is that what he
I
meant?
don't know. He was trying to run him down, and he just threw stuff in that wasn't true because he was on.
So he made fun of his
I
skin
guess.
color, Mr. Fried Chicken jokes.
I guess.
Fucking Mr. Standing on the soapbox, I'm better than you. Suck my toe.
Right. Or he'll talk about a guy that has no physique after managing Bobby Eaton for all those years or whatever. Just stuff like that.
Jim Cornette.
It's like-
listen. Jim Cornette.
Like, come on,
super,
man.
He's super entertaining. He's super entertaining. He's been in the business forever. The guy does know what he's talking about when it comes to certain things, but like he goes so fucking like off the rails with his thought process sometimes, and he brings politics into wrestling so much that I can't take the guy serious anymore ever. He's weird, dude. He's like the Tim Walls of professional wrestling. Weird.
Well, I don't know about that. He still has one of the better shows, but
It's all right.
but or like Labrat says, oh, but just needs to compliment Cornette, then he'll switch sides. Yeah, because he said about Samantha Irving's like, gosh, she's doing too much, and then she's like, I like Jim Cornette, and he's like, I like Samantha Irving. So
She's the
whatever.
best.
That's like I said, if he knows you, it's cool. You can do no wrong. If he doesn't know you, you can do no right.
Bro, Obafemi is fucking awesome. There's nothing not good about Obafemi. So I don't know what the fuck you can nitpick about. Is he too fucking what did he call Okada?
Pale?
Is he too pale?
Could be
Not
too
pale enough? I don't know. Weird.
Well, he liked his match more. He liked his match with Tony DiAngelo more than I did, but whatever. Anyway, who cares? Byron, who's he may not be Byron's with Oro Mensah, and
Byron. I like Byron Saxon.
And they're talking about the gentleman's duel rules.
Mm-hmm.
And then says, hey, I didn't cheat. I specifically didn't cheat. You had to cheat to beat me. So how are you in a gentleman's duel? Is basically what he says.
Right.
I have the rules here.
Cool.
Because I thought people would maybe like to know, what are the rules of a gentleman's duel? Okay, now all violations of these rules will result in a disqualification.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes. Can't strike opponent when they have 4 points of contact on the ground.
So like MMA, you can't knee a
Yes.
person or okay.
Right. Hands and feet or knees down, can't hit them.
Like Zombie Colin.
That's yes. You can't throw your opponent over the top rope and to the floor.
Okay, old school wrestling, NWA, AWA, disqualification over the top rope. Got it.
Competitors have until the referee's count of 3.
Oh, not 5.
Not 5.
Okay.
To break when in the ropes.
I like that. That's fair.
And Ray, this is perhaps the most important of all.
Oh, shit.
There is absolutely no fighting on the floor.
So everything has to be in the ring.
Yes. If you go out on the floor to take a powder, you'd better not fight. And you better not have been thrown over the top, or this match will be over.
Got it.
Is everyone a gentleman now? Do we all?
You're all gentlemen and gentlemen.
Okay, good, because you can forget about that because Stephanie is coming out. Can this just be the background now?
You could just leave this up here the entire time you talk, Fed. I mean, it's up to you.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
And they're fine with it.
Bro, those are two very I'm gonna say something. I'm not just talking. I know this is gonna sound like a guy's show or whatever, but Stephanie Vaquer is so pretty. She doesn't look real. She looks like a filter. I was watching this show, and listen, we're gonna talk about the wrestling match, and I think she's awesome. Like, this is my first time really watching her go. But I was saying to I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this woman is so fucking gorgeous. She has to paint something on her face to like take away from it a little bit. And I don't know if I've ever seen a more attractive woman in wrestling. This is something about her. I can't put my finger on it.
Hey, have you seen her without makeup?
Don't you?
Or let's just say the less makeup look. You know how women put on makeup to look like they have no makeup? Have you seen that?
No.
Well, follow her on Instagram.
What? Okay, I'm doing it now. Go ahead. Talk.
She is a lovely lady, but it's more than just that, because there's been a lot of fine women in pro wrestling. What she has is something completely different, and it's definitely it, because you know, when you see her, you're like, well, this looks like somebody. I don't know who this is, but there's clearly someone. And that's pretty much how you describe someone that has the it factor. So, we're about to get into the match, but you look like you're looking at something.
Oh no, I'm just scrolling down her Instagram. I noticed that the lighting in CMLL doesn't do her justice.
No. Well, they can't afford lights.
So, I think it's only fair that I share this with the people watching the show.
Yes.
I mean,
well, she still got her makeup on there.
I'm looking at her makeup, vet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
And here's how you know a woman is special. If Liz likes her, that's when you know you got a winner.
Liz likes her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
how could you not?
But you said that she does have that. Like, if you see her walk into a room, like, look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, if she walks into a room like that, then you'll be like, oh, she must be a wrestling champion.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I mean, I guess that does kind of give it away there. But nonetheless, we can look at these pictures all day. But
my Lord.
But we looked at this match, and she was in there with Wren, and I just had one note for this match.
What?
Almost perfect.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm watching Stephanie Vaquer work, and I'm like, wow, she is a fucking professional. She's so good. Like, I love that spot where she has her like in the head scissors and she's slamming her head against the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
A crowd favorite.
But can we give some kudos? And I know it's about Stephanie Vaquer, but can we give some kudos to this young lady, Wren Sinclair, who I've been putting over for at least the last few weeks, saying that she's going to be something special. This girl is so fucking good at her job. She cares. She is so... Vet, please tell me I'm right, man, when it comes to Wren Sinclair, that she did a great job. Now, you're saying that it was almost perfect. What was the thing that didn't make it absolutely perfect to you?
Well, I really had to nitpick this, but there's a point when Stephanie goes for a backdrop, and she just bends over, like, and looks down. So
okay, right.
That's where I would tell her. Yeah, I would tell her, like, whether you're getting reversed or whether you're giving a backdrop, you go down the same way, which is you get down, but you look up. You never, just like what was it? Never lower your eyes to an enemy. Always look, and then you bend down and you look and you put your hands there, because remember, you're gonna backdrop them, so you're going to lift them up, and you put your hands there, get in position to do the move, even if they're reversing it. The same way, like when you're throwing a clothesline and they're ducking, you still throw the clothesline. You don't just do the lazy clothesline where you're like, and just let it pass over. You always you're always making it look like a struggle. You always look like you're trying to do something. So one little thing like that would be all I would have, the only note I would have for either one of these women. What I like about the match, as far as this, when I say it's almost perfect, I'm not just talking about the match bell to bell. What I'm talking about is this whole situation, because not only, like, you could have just done what people always do and often do. They put,
squash.
Yeah, they'll just put somebody that you've never seen before out there, and they're like, you know, Glass Joe, you know,
Right.
and then they're just like, yay,
Oh, Glass
you know,
Joe's
like
old.
that. Yeah, that you put somebody like that, it's like, well, where have you, I've never seen you before. I'll never see you again. You'll take 6 moves and then you'll go down or whatever.
Right.
But what I like was this was incorporated, and not only is this Stephanie's in-ring debut here, but Wren is like, okay, I need to prove myself to my crew.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's
Which I
like,
think she did.
right. So you're doing that. You're trying to make a name for yourself. So it would make sense that you would try to make a name for yourself off of somebody that's debuting, because you want to steal that shine. You want to steal that thunder. So there's story going into this in a way where it's not just a cold match. In a way, it's a cold match, but they heated up the cold match by giving Wren like some motivation for like, I got to do a good job. So
Right.
that explains why she gets to get some of her shit in, and she should. Like, why should, you know, who says that just because you're making a debut, you got to run over everybody? I mean, everything that you've done up to now, you're now coming into where supposedly these are the best athletes.
Right.
So why do you get a free win? You know, so everything about this, it just ended up working where I don't think either woman got too much or too little, but Stephanie was still clearly the star. Clearly Wren was showcasing her, but getting her shit in at the same time. It's not that easy. So I don't know if you could put it on both of them or whoever agented this, but all around, it was the highlight of the show by a mile. And we're not
Yes,
even,
sir.
you know, that's setting aside their looks and everything else. It's just,
Yeah, man.
you know, if this was 2 men doing exactly this in this situation, I would have said the same thing. Like, they nailed it, and this is what it is. So
This and I just wanted to put in perspective. In 2 days, October 18th, Wren Sinclair has been wrestling professionally for only 5 years. She started October 18th, 2019. I mean, this
up until
her-
this point, I could tell, but she looked a lot more seasoned in this for whatever reason. And
and this is
I'll
the
give it
thing.
up.
Like I don't know about greatness, but I see her being really good for a long time. Now, she's a lot older than I thought she was. How old do you think she is?
it's like 28, 29.
Okay, all right. So that's what you thought. Yeah, I thought she was a little younger than that, but she's 29.
Well, this is, for the people that aren't aware, this is Maddie Renkowski. You may have seen her in NWA. She probably wrestled on AEW Dark a couple times here or there, whatever, just going around. And then she finally, you know, she got signed. And I was like, when they brought her in NXT, I was like, really? Okay. I mean, maybe they see some more than I do, but.
Yeah, Mike Martin, he says, I had to stop what I was doing and say, Vet, what's the point of the debut? Then why build someone? Why build someone up makes no sense if they're going to lose or not be dominant or whatever.
This is a grammatical nightmare. So I think what he's trying to ask is, why do a debut where you don't just run over somebody?
Right.
Is that basically his point?
Yeah, and I think
there's because there's several different ways to do, you know, to do something. I mean, there's not just one way. I mean, if you just did what you always did, then, I mean, people say, oh, it's just the same old shit. So,
well, I think you answered.
It's not that it's, and in fact, I'm quite sure Mike didn't watch this match, but if he did, he would know that she did look dominant. I was just saying that they gave a character and a motivation for the other person, which they don't normally do.
What you also have to understand, and I think Vet answered this in this way. Stephanie Vaquer is coming into now the major leagues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like NXT, WWE, these are the best wrestlers, the best female wrestlers. So it's not going to be probably as easy as it has been for her over the course of the last many years she's been wrestling. So, and then again, Vet, you stated this, she's fighting a girl who's trying to make a point. She's trying to prove a point to her new crew, her new friends. So that there's like all these things baked in. It gave this match substance. It gave this match. How many times do we watch, somebody debut, run over somebody, and then like, yeah, okay, you expect
there's like a stiffness to certain squash matches where you're just like, okay, anybody can just do a series of moves, right?
Right.
That's because that's essentially what most of them are. It's like, let me get my shit in real quick. I'll do 5-6 things, and then that's it. Or sometimes it would go uncomfortably long. I remember, when I was catching up on old episodes of World Championship Wrestling,
Oh no.
The NWA show.
Right.
I remember Barbarian would be in there with like a Mulkey brother, and it'd be like 8 minutes long. Like what?
Right.
What the hell are you? And they would have like the Four Horsemen come out to the desk and do a promo. They would have Dusty Rhodes come out to the desk and do a promo. They'd have Black Bart come out to the desk and do a promo, all while Barbarian's still like slowly tossing this guy around the ring. And it's like, well, I mean, I guess that's what we're doing. But yeah, Mike Tyson didn't knock everybody out in the first round either. It's sometimes you just, sometimes you can just try a little something different. That's the point. Yeah. But here's what happens after Stephanie gets her still relatively dominant win, because she was never in trouble. I mean, that's the other thing. The Dark Sisters attack.
So dark.
Yeah. Dark Roxanne and Dark Cora. They were watching the monitor in the back, and they were like, well, let's go out there and beat her up.
Yep.
So they go out there and beat her up. And then Julia runs in to make the save. And then Julia and Stephanie beat them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stephanie makes a broken English challenge for Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the fuck she said.
It didn't matter. It was still better than the Dark Sisters promo from last week.
Still better than Jey Uso's promo.
It's still better than Jey Uso's promo.
Shit.
No, Tyson's not a terrible example. It's an excellent example. I'm the best in the world.
Mm. You and Mike Martin are best friends, right?
I'm not best friends. Mike Martin is my friend. Just the same way Stephen A. Smith says Tim Tebow is my friend.
Got it.
Trick and Kalani recite their script.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. And then Fatal Influence made an appearance.
It's so cringe, though, dude. It's and they do the fucking high five and shit. Fuck out of here. That girl stinks. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Brian Pillman makes an entrance. There's some NXT kitchen drama here that had so many people in it, I didn't even want to write all their names down. I could try to remember them. Let's see. It was Ashanti came in with a rose.
Yep.
And he tried to give it to
the ugly one.
The non-Karate Carmen.
Right.
A woman, and then who came and someone came and it was
Sean
Brooks.
Spears, was it? And Brooks.
Yeah, Sean Spears came in, and Big Jack Perry, and
Robert Stone made a run in.
Robert Stone stopped him from fighting because he took the rose and ripped the rose petals off and threw it on the ground.
Right. Karate Carmen picked up the rose petals afterwards.
Yeah, Karate Carmen picked up the rose petals, and I was like, what is going on here?
Well, she wants
Was this as weird and confusing to you as it was to me?
Yeah. Look at her.
Okay. Anyway. Oro versus Bryan Jr. Gentleman's rules match. We already went over the gentleman's rules. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this match, because I for some reason, knowing you, I think we're going to differ on the opinion of this match. So, go ahead. Hey, I was more concerned with the extracurricular activities, such as Like for example, Tavion Heights was sending a gentlemanly tweet during this match.
Mm-hmm.
Lola was shadowboxing during this match.
She was. It was hot.
Yeah. And then before I knew it, Brian had won with the bridging pin.
Mm-hmm.
The same pin that Stephanie used in her match. But never mind that.
Excuse me.
Brian gets a win. He gets a gentlemanly, clean win here.
Right.
And he shakes hands.
He does.
And Oro shakes his hand.
But still looks at him like, what's your game?
Yeah, he still doesn't trust it.
So I'm going to sound like an old fogey. I love this match. I love this old school technical wrestling shit, dude. Wrist lock, hammer lock, takeover. I just love it. I like trying to see how these guys are going to outmaneuver each other. It didn't seem like a plan. Like it seemed like they were kind of calling it as they went. I don't know. Maybe I'm not really sure, but I enjoyed it, and I liked the way the match ended with the pin, even though the pin was done before. Unexpected, but very believable. It was a leverage pin. He could, even after the 3 count, he couldn't get out of the pin. I don't know if you noticed that he was struggling. I thought this was a damn good match. Now I'm waiting to hear you tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, I wasn't watching this. You think I'm going to watch this?
Shit, you got to be kidding me, brother.
It's Oro Mensah and Brian Pillman Jr. I ain't watching this.
God, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. We have Frazium and Cedric and Mr. Bouncy and Wes Lee. And I think Bouncy and Wes got into it here. Is that what happened?
Sure.
Yep.
Got into each other's face. You ain't scaring me, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Javon Evans is so like just real. Like when he's talking, when he's getting into an argument or cutting a promo, whatever, he doesn't seem like it's scripted at all. It's just he's just going off his charisma, and it's just like I can see him getting into an altercation, and that being the way he reacts to it. He's so fucking good, guys. I mean, I just went off on a thing on Wren Sinclair. She's great. But this kid is going to he's so fucking special. I like him so much.
The young OG is just so, he's got that. It's like you could just go ahead and release Wes right now. Like we won't
I mean, you could.
miss him at all.
I don't think you would. And I like Wesley.
Yeah.
It's just so many good young people they're bringing up, man. Where, no dig at AEW, but if you look at AEW now, people haven't had this conversation about the whole black athletes type thing in WWE. WWE's not really using them, but if you look at all the amazing young black athletes that WWE are bringing up into NXT that will be future stars in the next year or two, I mean, it is not even close. Not even fucking close. There's so many incredible young black talents coming up from NXT right now, getting ready to fucking shake shit up. What does AEW do?
Oh, well, one of them was Swerve Strickland.
Shut up. Well, this is what AEW does. They'll take somebody like a Swerve Strickland, who is an incredible athlete, an incredible talent, but was homegrown in WWE. He learned his craft in WWE, and they give him money and they put him on TV. Same thing with Mercedes Moné. Same thing that's going to happen with Shelton Benjamin. Same thing that happened with fucking who else is coming up there? MVP,
Bobby Lashley,
and Bobby Lashley. These are all
but
WWE
Powerhouse Hobbs is ready to come back.
Yeah, well, they ain't going to use him well.
No,
and then guess what? He'll show up on NXT, win the title, and then become a WWE champion down the line. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see a lot of these amazing athletes. I haven't shut up about Obafemi since the day I saw him toss that first refrigerator or whatever the fuck he was throwing around. Remember when we first like, who is this guy throwing shit? And then he got into the ring and talked. Right. Man. Kamala, what? What did Mike Martin say? Kamala would have
had a better chance of recruiting NXT black dudes than people she's trying to recruit now. He's talking about presidential candidate, not Ugandan giant.
I was like, yeah.
But Speaking of black talent, the Meta Girls have to do a couch promo because they got tweeted at. They got tweeted at by the Sky Pirates, you know, because they came to Raw, interfered in their match for some reason. Now, okay, so as you know, Ray reviews Raw every week, every Tuesday. I like it raw, T, sometimes MSG, sometimes even me. Look at these ladies.
Oh shit.
So watching that, where you have like, you got Bianca and Jade, you got the Sky Pirates, and then the heel Metaphor Girls or meta. What are they? Meta Girls? Do they call themselves Meta Girls now?
I think it's still Metaphor.
Well, but I thought they had like their tag team name. Somebody was trying to put it over. They didn't do that good a job. They may have said it once.
I heard Metaphor, but anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so Metaphor, the two ladies, Jakara and Lash, they're sitting in the front row for some reason. Like you could just be in NXT and just sit in the front row like no big deal.
You work there.
Only to then punch Io in the face as heel. So the heel punches the other heel and she goes in the ring and gets KO'd. Is that weird?
A little bit.
What do you think of that, watching that match?
I mean, they work there. So why not have a ringside seat? I mean, if I worked there and I was off that day and I wanted to, you know, I mean, these girls are going to be challenging maybe for the tag team championships. They have to scout their opponents. They're scouting their opponents, man. I mean, this is logistically speaking, Vet. I mean, this is not something out of the ordinary. I mean, how many times do you know, I remember when I was a kid playing baseball or something like that, you know, and if we were off that week, I would still go to the game of the, you know, the team that we're going to be playing next to kind of watch to see who's the best hitter on the team, you know, that type of shit. I mean, it's fine. I have no problem with that. And I have no problem with them getting involved. How dare you besmirch the name of the great Lash legend?
Well, she just sat there, right?
Oh.
Or did she? Was she the one that punched? No,
she's
she
the one
was
that
the punch.
oh, well, so the other young lady grabbed the hair, and then she kind of pulled it towards Lash, and Lash hit her with the big ass fucking forearm shiver. So, and that led to the victory for the other team, for Bianca and Jade.
So
yeah,
next is a Nikkita Lyons vignette, just to remind everybody who she is. And then Lola Vice makes her entrance. And did you know, Ray, that we're going to get a special guest next week? It's going to be NASCAR's Cole Custer.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but I do know that.
What? You don't know Cole Custer?
I know General Custer. Well, this was the
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Match. I literally been saving that soundbite just in case these two girls ever got in a ring together.
Which they did.
And they fucking did. Again, I have to reiterate the fact that
this show was ass.
This show was I have to reiterate, I knew Nikkita was the Nikkita and all that shit. For some reason, I feel like she's gotten enhanced up there or something. Is it me? Am I crazy?
Who can say?
Did she look like she lost a couple pounds in the waist?
It looks like she found them.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Let's read Liz's comment for fun.
Sure, go ahead. You can read it.
All right. Blake. I walked out of the room at this point to get laundry, saw Nikkita popping out of her gear, then walked back out. 3 holding back barf emojis.
Oh my God. Listen, the cute lines is over, brother. It's over with me anyway.
Well, this was a dream match for some.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't enough, whatever they were doing, Jada showed up too. She's like, oh no, we're not going to have all this ass out here and not have me.
Bet.
And she hits the
I like
ass.
big butts and I cannot lie.
That's all we can legally play without getting our channel taken down.
Exactly.
So Jada hits the ass to mouth on the outside.
Oh yes, she does.
On Lola.
So much ass.
And rolled her in, and Nikkita like had the ref, and she was like, even though she's kind of a baby face, she's like, I mean, if you want to do it, hey, don't turn around, Mr. Referee. And then when she rolled back in, she hit her with the Lyons roar, which is a Vader bomb, and then she pins her and goes like this at the camera. If you can't see me, I'm doing the
Angry Dragon.
The
From
cat.
what movie is that? Turn around and what movie was it?
Was it
Starsky and Hutch? It was Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. Where he says, "I'm gonna need something crazy." Two dragons, right? Like
2 dragons. Yes. That was awesome.
I'll be honest, it's gonna get a little weird.
So, a 3-way with these 3 voluptuous women. I have a soundbite for that.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
I'm just saying. No? Disagree?
I mean, look, why not, right?
Shit. Anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
So back to the real women.
Oh shit, yes.
They're in the office with Ava, and she's congratulating Stephanie on her big win.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes Fatal Influence.
Oh boy.
And they're like, "Oh, so people just get whatever they want? Well, we want to be in a championship match. So how about that?"
That's right, bitch.
And
like,
Ava's like, "Well, my dad said no."
Right.
So.
She's like, "If you smell what I'm cooking."
Yeah. But then she said, "But what we can do is you guys," she didn't specify which 2, could have a match with these 2 next week.
Well, it could be all 3 of them and they still lose.
Mm-hmm.
I would do a handicap match.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
what better way to like really sell the fact that you just signed 2 major free agents?
Well, looking forward to that next week. Just saying.
All right. Javon is warming up.
Yes, he is.
He's got a big match tonight. Riley and Thea make an entrance. You know what this is going to be.
Right. To be fair, I'm going to say right off the bat, I didn't pay much attention to this match. I was making the thumbnail and putting everything up during this match. This match had no interest in this match whatsoever until the very end. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, then let's skip right to it. So it's Ridge Holland versus Riley Osborne. And remember, Riley's the only person that survived all of Ridge's beatings to come back for a rematch.
He's fucking tough, bro.
Yeah, he's super tough. The smallest, weakest guy is super tough. And then he literally jumpstarts the match by jumping at Ridge Holland from inside the ring.
Yeah, I was turned on.
And doing a series of high-flying moves. And he really tries to put up a fight, but Ridge ends up beating him. But that's not enough, of course. He's got to continue beating him up.
Yes.
And he's got him all the way out on the announce table with the announce table cleared off, getting ready to slam him through it. And then they hit Andre Chase's music. And then that would be a good place for a certain soundbite if we had it. But I don't know if we do, but
I have it right here.
Kind of.
What we have right now is a teachable moment.
Actually, if he ran out, it's like more.
Did somebody say Andre Chase? No. No one said that.
No one did say that.
No one, but he came out.
But he did run out. Yeah.
He did.
I mean, he was there the whole time. He watched the whole match.
He waited though.
He got there early in the day during, in the building, got dressed, put his sweater on.
Fair. To be fair, I'm sure he probably wore that to the arena.
Okay. Well, even giving him that.
Okay.
He sat around all day, waited for this match, didn't interact with Ridge Holland, didn't attack him for hospitalizing him or anything like that. And he waited until Riley was just about to get killed to finally run out and make the save. I hate when they do stuff like that.
Why?
I just hate it.
That it's wrestling.
No, it's got to stop.
Oh.
It just goes back to doing that. It's the same old shit. Same old squash match. Same old, I'm going to make a save with music as my student is about to get killed and not a second before.
Well, Vet.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
It's going to keep happening because it's wrestling.
We can stop it at any time.
Okay. I think
every day can be the start of a new era.
But they don't listen to the best in the world, brother. I mean, you can only do so much, Vet. Listen, you can, I got to stop this. No,
I did say,
Vet,
I will give myself at least the credit that I said if any wrestling company is serious about women's wrestling, that they would sign Julia and Stephanie, and WWE did sign them both. So I don't know if I can guarantee that means they're listening.
You do your best, and you care, and you give some really good advice. And I mean, if I was a wrestling promotion, I would definitely bring you on and pay you good money to help write the product. But you can't lead a horse to water, brother. I mean, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink or her drink.
You could definitely lead a horse to water.
Shut up. You know what I'm talking about. So you try. That's the best you can do.
Well, you know who else was trying?
What?
Dark Paxson.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to have an interview with Byron Saxton. So she was, until the moment that OTM walked by, and then Byron ran off. It was like, OTM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any comments for why you hit that, Jada? Why you hit that woman?
It was like
in the face with your ass.
It was like, Gia.
Yeah. And then Dark Paxson was like, "You want to play with me and my dolls?"
Mm-hmm. Would you play with her and her dolls?
Maybe out of fear for my life.
Okay.
Like if that keeps her from stabbing me or something.
Sure.
Then...
Or kissing you slowly.
She looks like the bitey kind, right?
She does look at it.
You ever get those girls that like they give you that little bite?
Like fuck you. Listen, Vet. Listen, I'm not a. I was gonna say something weird. I'm straight as hell. But I mean, you guys can look at your screen and see that both me and the Vet don't have like thin lips.
Right.
Right. With that being said, Vet. With that being said, don't you hate, or have you not been with a woman that love your lips so much that they have to fucking bite and it sucks and pull on them?
I will say, okay,
I don't like that.
They did admit that was why they did it, but
that's why they did it.
Mm-hmm. They didn't verbalize it. They didn't come out and say it, but
fucking hate the bite. So yeah, she looks like the type of person that bite like pull, and you're like, oh, okay, enough. I think you've been there. Have you been there, Vet? Come on, be honest. You've been there.
Been there. Maybe been there.
Been there too. Are you straight, Ray? Colin told me different. Well, Colin lives in fantasy world, my friend. So Ashanti,
here's another,
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's another straight man, Ashanti the Adonis.
Very straight.
So straight, and his opponent, Big Jack Perry. These guys are just, again, totally straight, but getting it on, but in the fighting sense.
Yeah.
Ethan Page is doing some Stevie Richards fitness in the picture-in-picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then Karate Carmen comes down.
Look at her.
Look at her. Empties a bag of rose petals on the ring apron, and then Ashanti goes over and is like, "The hell are you doing?
Right.
Putting rose petals on the apron?" And she's like, And then Big Jack hits her with the Hangman DDT.
So Booker T and Gimmick Jones, whatever his name is, they're like, oh, Booker T's like, well, if you get a sign like that, a woman comes out like that, you paid attention. I don't understand what the sign of rose petals on the ring apron. What does that mean?
Dude, what was any of this?
I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Even in the kitchen thing where she picks up the rose petals.
Why would she do that? She wasn't even offered the rose.
No. He offered it to the uglier one. Who was it?
Yes.
Who was the other one?
Fucking give me Joanna.
Oh, it was Brinley Reese. That's right.
That's right. She's still a thing,
I guess.
But
well, her and Karate Carmen had formed the hottest tag team ever of all time up until that moment when Ashanti came out during their match. You remember that match because of the bouncing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about Javon Evans. I'm talking about the Karate Carmen waiting for a hot tag. And Ashanti comes out and he gives their rose to that mark, right? And then she's like, Ashanti, what are you doing? Why are you out here? What's with this rose?
So you think? So you think she's wanted it? Like, do you think it's working? Is that what's happening?
I think she's jealous that he's not giving her any attention. He's giving like every woman except Carmen the attention. So now she's like, okay, well, I'm going to take this rose and I'm going to distract you with the rose petals and you're going to lose the bitch. But then they didn't even do it where like he looked at the rose and was distracted and then got hit and beat. He like started to make a comeback on
he turned around and started laying it.
Yeah, he just started fighting and then he just ended up losing anyway. Like nothing Weird. They did made any sense whatsoever. Not from a match standpoint.
Weird.
Not from a story standpoint. I don't get it. And we watch this stuff every week and we don't get it.
That was weird, dude.
Yeah. We need to get Carmen out of this mess. How can we save Karate Carmen? How can we throw a lifeline to Karate Carmen?
Is this their attempt at giving her something to do?
I know what to do.
Hey,
karate.
Oh, I
mean that. We're going to talk about personal thing. We're talking about professionally. Karate is what you do. Damn it! Remember that TNA match I had you watch? Like,
yes.
Where's that lady?
Oh, she wants the D.
It's out here with a rose. Like,
bro, that was just none of this made sense. I mean,
let's move on. Evans, Paige, and Lee are all walking because it's time for the triple threat match soon. Before we get to that, Pillman thanks the No Quarter Catch crew for all their tips on gentlemanliness. And then Luca from the family.
Dantish?
No, Crucifino.
Who's that?
The lawyer for the family.
The lawyer. The one without the Italian accent.
Yeah. He wants to show, well, he's telling Tony, he's like, I want a match with Oba because he says, I want to show him the family's power or something, some corny shit like that.
Some shit, right.
Like, what? What, you gonna sue him?
I don't know.
Hey, if he's tied up in court, he can't get his rematch.
That's right. So that's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be straight up litigation. He'll go to the ring and serve him papers. And that's the end of the match. Disqualification. Oba loses. What? I can't wait to see Oba Femi just beat the shit out of this kid next week.
Yep. We get entrances for Javon Evans and Wesley. Oh, and a tweet from Cole Custer. Remember Cole Custer from earlier from NASCAR?
No, I told you, General Custer. I know.
He's like, no. Well, he's not a general, but he's. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of General Lee fans in the NASCAR audience, but Cole Custer is tweeting that he's going to be there to support his favorite Javon Evans.
Wink.
Favorite.
Boy, he's an unfortunate looking gentleman.
Who, Cole?
He's a very unfortunate looking gentleman. I mean, I could look at this all day.
Yeah, let's yeah.
But this guy is he's a weird looking guy.
You think they're gonna recognize him? You think the two ladies are gonna recognize Cole and get an autograph when he shows up?
Look at this weirdo.
You think Stephanie got? You think she got a lot of NASCAR down in Chile?
I don't. What's his deal? Like, is he good? I don't know. I know nothing about car racing.
I don't know. Where's Gam? Is Gam still here?
No, he's doing wolf things.
Oh. Hey, is that him with the mustache? Belt? With the old belt?
Yeah, it's him with Ethan Page. Ego. Anyway. Okay. I didn't know who the guy was. I never heard of the guy before, so forgive me.
All right, well, it's a little bias there. Page versus Evans versus Lee, triple threat to be the number one contender for Trick Williams Championship. And any thoughts on the match? I watched even less of this than I did the Gentleman's Rules match. To be honest.
It's crazy because a match like this would genuinely keep my attention. I felt myself distracted. Last night I was having I actually, because I'm still congested, and I wanted to drink, so I have some old Fireball, the cinnamon whiskey.
Cinnamon, yeah.
I just poured that over a couple of ice cubes, and I was sipping on that, just kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do? What can I do for a background here? And then all of a sudden, ego Ethan Page is sitting on the desk outside, and fucking Javon Evans flies out at him. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? I had to rewind it. It was just all over the place, this match. So much so that so much was happening that I couldn't focus on anything, if that makes sense. And it was just a lot. But the right man wins. I'm sorry. I love Javon Evans, but ego Ethan Page should win the title again. And I would love to see a series between he and Javon Evans.
Okay.
Well,
yes. Page does steal it from Evans because Evans hits his cinnamon twist finisher off the top onto what's the kid's name, Wesley, and then he Ethan Page just jumps in and gives him like some sort of spinning cradle pin or whatever, and takes him right off the top of Wesley and pins him.
That's it.
And that dirty Ethan Page wins with a scientific wrestling move like a true bastard.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but so Gam has an update on Cole Custer. He's good the second series, but wasn't good in Cup. He's still young though. I have no idea what any of that means except the young part. I know what being young is like, but other than that, he's basically speaking another language.
What cup?
The NASCAR Cup.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Crockett Cup or something like that. I know about that.
Yeah.
I know the Stanley Cup. Did he play hockey too?
Maybe he's a two-sport athlete, like Bob Holly. So anyway, after Ethan Page wins the match, then Trick comes out and they both go to the wheel, and Ethan spins the wheel to make his deal, and it lands on the Devil's Playground match.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What does that mean? P. Diddy's gonna be there with baby oil?
Maybe.
Diddle everybody.
Yeah, it's a 10,000 bottles of baby oil on a 10,000 poles match. And then, or maybe it's just you get a light fixture and hit Trick in the face with it. Maybe that's what it is, because that's what he does. So
that was hilarious. I forgot about that. I don't know if I've ever seen.
Trick is posing with the belt, and Ethan Page takes like one of like the spotlights from the ceiling and just
smacks him in the mouth with it.
Gives him the Steve Austin Vince McMahon bedpan shot with the.
Bro, have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen anybody get hit with a light fixture in the face?
That's a new one.
That is a new one.
Light that Trick? Yeah. Todd
like
says
that.
yes, like that.
I think that is a perfect way, I think, to go off the air here, Vet.
You know what this episode was missing that I hope we do get?
What's that?
Because you don't have to do it this early, but you still got one more week, and then Halloween Havoc's like the following, right? It's like 2 weeks from now.
I think so, yeah. It's 2 weeks. Oh shit, Yam is still here.
Explain in wrestling terms, Cole Custer is really good in the B show, then he's mid low card in the A show. Now he's back in the B show to refresh.
Okay.
Got
it. Content. Yes.
Yeah, it needs. We need, since it's Halloween, we need Shotzi. Where's Shotzi?
No. Fuck no. No.
What, you don't even want to let her do the one thing she can do?
Fuck no. I don't want to see her on that stupid fucking truck or whatever that she drives to the ring. I don't want to hear her howling like an idiot. She stinks.
She howls like a wolf.
She stinks. She's like, she stinks so much. Like when I see her, I get angry. I'm angry now thinking about her.
She could dress like Beetlejuice.
Jesus Christmas, dude. Do not besmirch the name of the great Beetlejuice.
Shotzi.
She's gross, dude. She stinks. But I'm sure she's a nice person. Hey, Hey, there you go. Dark Windy, Dark Rosemary. Boom. Those are your hosts. Not that weirdo howling to the moon for no reason.
The reason is she's a ballsy badass.
Oh, stop it. She needs to eat a couple of Krabby Patties. Gain about 20
paying her
pounds.
anyway. She might as well. She might as well earn it.
The kid needs to gain at least 40 pounds of something.
Well, you got to come to the catering. The catering's here at the Performance Center.
I can see you eating
Get Shotzi a pumpkin sandwich.
Dude. I can see her backstage eating a lettuce sandwich with no bread.
It's 2 pieces of lettuce with a nice, delicious lettuce in the middle.
That's it, brother. Some cabbage in the middle. Cabbage lettuce sandwich.
Green is her color.
Ugh. Anyway, Vet, what do we got, brother? What you got going on? What did you play yesterday?
I'm trying to finish Silent Hill 2, the game that never ends.
Is it any good?
It never ends. I think I'm gonna give it a break since it'll never end. But that's that. And you can find me on Twitch at Opinion Haver. That's twitch.tv/Opinion Haver. And all of your favorite social media platforms are at Opinion Haver. Ray's calling a timeout. Ray's calling his 30-second timeout.
What about Splatterhouse? Can't you download and stream that? You'll play that?
Maybe.
Turbo Graphics. It's available on PlayStation, right?
Kind of not that good of a game, but I mean, I maybe could. Maybe.
Thank you, Cold Blooded.
Yeah. But anyway,
excuse me.
Yeah, whatever I do, Opinion Haver, you know by now. You know the Impact Attack is on every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Mondays with Brandon. You know that The Wreckage is on every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern with Jimmy T. You know that Wrestling with Rogers has its concrete time of every Friday except for this Friday, which is not on. You know that Stevie Richards has a show every Friday called the Stevie Richards Show, where, all these wrestlers doing his fitness program and picture-in-picture inserts there. You got, what else? Check out JTG's YouTube channel and check out everything else we're doing at HMG. All of Brandon's watch along. Oh, Brandon just did a watch along of No Holds Barred because he'd never seen it, which I found out live on the air on the Impact Attack, and Mike Martin booed him for not having seen it because he hadn't seen it. So I was like, you got to see it. And he immediately said, I'm going to do that on the next watch along. And you know what? Sure enough, he did. So if you want to see what he thought of it, grab your copy of No Holds Barred because I know you all have one. Go to the YouTube channel, find that watch along, sync it up, and watch No Holds Barred with Brandon and all the other wrestling shows that he watches. Maybe some of those, maybe some of them are better than No Holds Barred, and maybe some are worse than No Holds Barred. Not really sure. You never can tell with all the wrestling these days. That
is the fun thing, like to watch it with Brandon in the background. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen the movie before. What's that smell? Bet?
Dookie. Yeah, that's the great Booker Vince McMahon that we're all missing. It's the guy that sat and wrote that scene in a hotel room with Hulk Hogan. So yeah, go check that out. Check out the Monday Locker Rooms. Check out the I Like It Raws, which Ray's going to put over one more time. Check out the if RBV is doing the Bottom Line Sports Betting, check that out. Sometimes he'll even have Florida Man John Hartnett on there. So just the easiest way is to just click that notification bell. That way you don't have to remember when anything's on. You'll just be like, you'll just go to pick up your phone and you'll be like, oh, what? HMG is live. What am I doing? And then you quickly click it on or rush home and put it on the big screen.
Well, you can follow me at Big Ray Hernandez, as you can see down there, displayed very big. So you guys never have to ask again. Big Ray Hernandez and at Opinion Haver again on all social media. I'm going to be doing a little unboxing of my new iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I'm going to do it differently. I'm gonna do it on TikTok, and I'm gonna put it up on Instagram. It's gonna be an ASMR type. I'm gonna try it. I've always wanted to do like an ASMR video. It'll be a quick one, and it's gonna be a lot of tapping and stuff, you know. So I'm gonna cough. Hold on, man. I can't stop coughing. But anyway, listen, guys, appreciate you. If anyone was turned off by yesterday's I Like It Raw, please come back next week. I promise it'll be better. That was the shits.
Don't make promises.
I'm gonna try to make it better. How's that? I'm sorry. It's just not a good show. But hey, you know, you get what you pay for, and I appreciate you guys coming anyway. Come back next week, guys. Yeah, that's about it, man. We're out of here. And thank you guys for joining us this week, and looking forward to seeing you next week, guys. So God bless you all, and may the force be with you and also with you. Right? Is that how it goes? I don't. Anyway. Good night, guys.
Oh, Shuggy Duggy Quack Quack.
Yes, boy.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Getting the New York Undercover vibes.
Don't forget Hurting.
This is the Hustler Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hameen Media Group. That's Ben Hameen Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
I agree with him. Go fuck yourself.